The Neanderthal is one of these distant intelligences, among many others, like the Denisovan or the odd tiny humans discovered on the island of Flores. And of all these extinct intelligences, it is probably the most fascinating. The Neanderthals are the original last savages that are discovered afresh by each generation, from Herodotus to Columbus, from Jean-Jacques Rousseau to the island of Bougainville, from Ishi to the gentle Tassidae, that much fantasized Stone Age tribe which, in 1971, played the enviable role of the last cavemen in the Western imagination. Ishi is the name of the last surviving member of the Yahi Indians of California, an unknown society that died out along with Ishi at the start of the 20th century. Each generation discovers its own last savages, and we have ours, of course. They pop up from time to time in the media, the recurring last gasp of an immense prehistory. There has been a continuous line of them over the millennia, all fulfilling our dreams of lost worlds, from the Yeti and the Barmanu to the shores of Jules Verne's mysterious geography. The last Neanderthals take us to an unknown universe, where other consciousnesses haunt abandoned wastelands. Despite our colonization of every corner of the natural world, despite our conquest of every inch of our planet, despite all our efforts to destroy natural species, these intelligences refuse to disappear. They continue to haunt our representations of the real, on its fringes, at the world's extremities, on islets, in valleys, continents, places of refuge, scrubland, liminal spaces, rooted in an uncertain geography, vacillating between Mu and the intangible universe of Hugo Pratt's The Celts. Their distant testimonies tell us that the Neanderthals were never other versions of us, not brothers, not cousins, when it comes to mental structures, but an utterly different humanity. To approach them is to encounter a fundamentally divergent consciousness. Facing the creature. For the last 30 years, I have spent a large part of my time scrabbling through earth on the floors of caves. Not any old caves, and not any old earth, but soil still haunted by the presence of Neanderthals. 30 years hunting the creatures, squeezing into the cracks and fissures where they lived, ate, slept, encountered other humans, their own and other kinds, or sometimes where they died. And yet, after 30 years of running my hands through that earth, the mud of those caves, I am no nearer forming a clear picture of the Neanderthals. I extracted material and analysed it, procrastinated, often came to conclusions before realising that my theories didn't hang together, especially at the beginning, since when you see the creature from afar, you have a deceptive sense that it is very obvious and very easy to understand. The archaeologist, like the anthropologist, should force themselves to see both from near and from far, to paraphrase Claude Lévi-Strauss. But can we approach the Neanderthals from an anthropological point of view? Rousseau wondered whether the great apes were human, contrary to those who denied the humanity of savages, even though they were in fact Homo Sapiens of a different culture. The borders of humanity have always been uncertain and indistinct, and many societies consider animals to be on a level with humans, shifting the centre of gravity, resituating humans as merely part of a whole that is infinitely more subtle than the one we can perceive by means of our social constructions alone, which artificially remove and isolate humans from their environment. What is the place of the Neanderthal in this labyrinth? Human or creature? Which will take precedence in our unconscious? Numerous textbooks describe the salient features of this extinct humanity: the lack of chin, the receding brow, the thick brow ridge above the eyes, the brain capacity, larger than ours. Small, stocky, robust, good at making things with their hands, they shared a common ancestor with us more than 400 millennia ago. These same textbooks will point out the remarkable musculature, or the mechanics of the fingers.